seen, like we have to register here and then we have to create the cluster. I think that was the main thing because I don't want to do registration again. Now, once you log in here,
Here I got a security quick start something. I got that message like in project 0.
okay,
Can I share my screen once?
yeah, yeah, share your screen.
Here like this I'm getting the my next message. The username password certificate.
Yeah, 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 that's fine. That's fine. I will show it from now. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
So you current IP address is asking to me.
Yeah. Let me share. Let me show you also. Okay.
Okay.
So once you create your database, okay, you have to add two things like a user. Okay. So the page which customers provided, it will be this page. Okay. If you don't find that, then you have to come here. Then inside security, you have this database access, or else what happened by default, it will open one page and then ask you to provide a user, because without user you cannot access this database, this database. Okay. And for that you have to provide a username password. Okay. So you have to provide a username password. Okay. And then click on add user. Okay. If you want to give a temporary access, then click on temporary access, blah blah blah. Okay. And what kind of access you want to give him, you have to select the role from here. Okay. By default uh, create one user with a admin access. Correct. So this is our first step. Once you create your cluster, the second step you have to do is to uh, give your network access also, like from which IP you want this database to get access. So for that you have to go to this network tab and then add an IP. Okay. This IP, if you want this database to be publicly accessible to everyone, then you have to click here. Or if you want your current IP in this database to be accessed through your current IP only, then you have to click into this tab. Or if you are working in a group and you want your friends or your colleagues to use this database, then provide his IP address here. Okay. His or her IP address here. So if I want my current IP to be accessible here, I will just click here, this, and then click on confirm. So it will add my IP into this. So these two step, I would say three step, we have to do once we uh, register into MongoDB Atlas. Okay. First step, we have to create one cluster. For that, you have to come into this page. I can simply delete everything. Okay. Here you will get an option to create a database. Once you create a database, you will get a page something like this. And if it's your first time, then it will, by default, it will take you to this page. Okay. To this page where they will ask you to add a user. So you have to add a user, uh, provide a username and password. Remember this password, like and username. This you will be required when you want to connect your database through through MongoDB Atlas. Okay. And then last thing you have to do, you have to include the IP address which you want that it will access my database, you have to add that thing. For that, you have to just click here, and if you want your current IP only to access, see, since I have already provided my access to my current IP, I did not got an option. So here you will get an option to get access the current IP. So just click here and then click on confirm. So through MongoDB Atlas, through your current machine, you can access this database.
Yeah, Firdous, after
Yeah,
creating cluster, it is asking for billing actually.
yeah. Click on zero billing. Right, free.
Where that option is
Don't add any billing data. It will be free. If you have used the free version of a cluster, then it will won't ask for any billing details. If you select the chargeable cluster, okay, I mean there are three options. One was free and the other two was chargeable. So if you have selected the chargeable option, then only it will ask for billing details. So I
okay.
think everybody are good with this.
Yes, sir.
If anyone have any issue, then in 10 seconds he can raise his hand. Okay, we all are good, right? Now the second step we will do is to get the connection string. Okay, in order to make a connection with the database. So how we will do that? If we go to this database, see there is a button called connect. Okay, if we click here, right, we get lots of options. Okay, we have to select driver, and then make sure you have select this version. Okay, 2.2 or later. If you select latest one, I think sometime it don't work. Okay, um, select 2.2 or later or 3.6, since we are just using for testing. So lower the version, better it will be. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and then this is the main thing which will help you to connect into this cluster. Okay. It contain different details like your cluster URL. This is your cluster URL, and then these are the ports. Okay, these are the MongoDB defaults port, right? And so on. I think this is a thing which we need. It will be different for different person because your cluster URL would be different. And then the user which we have created, the user name and password, you have to remove this thing and then provide your user ID and password which you have created in the security tab. Okay, in the security data access tab, the user which you have created, that username and password you have to provide in these two places. So what I
Uh,
will do, I will just simply copy it.
for those, what should be that connection method?
I've told you, the first version. Okay, the first option, driver.
Okay.
Okay, I can say this one, this method. Okay, the driver, and then select the lower version. It would be better because for higher version, sometime it give error. We are good. Okay, now I am coming to my code, and I'm simply removing all the routes. Or what I will do, I will create a new let me see. I will create a new branch. Okay, the branch name would be mm, session to. uh, Let me push this code first. And what I will do, I will create a new branch from this main branch. Okay, and name it in a way like when we go do a revision, we will always get a fresh code. Okay, so we will create a new branch from main. Okay, and this will be class number 2. Okay, and what I will do, I will just simply publish this branch. Everyone's seen this thing, like how I have done this. What I had did, I just click here and then select this option, create branch from. Then I will get some more options. So since for your case, it will only show this main option. So you have to simply select this, and it will create a new branch. Okay. So now I have two branches.
Firdous, where is that
Yeah.
option for new branch? It's not showing for me.
Sorry, can you repeat?
Where is that option for new branch?
In bottom left, you will see this option. Okay. For your case, it would have shown as main. Right?
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah, click here. Then this drop down will appear on top. Select the second option, create new branch from. If you click here, this kind of option appear. Go and select the main, click and give your branch name. Okay, I have given class number 2. You can give name as your wish. Okay, so now what, and if you publish that branch, then what will happen? Okay, see now it's showing we have two branch, right? Main, that main is our main branch, and then we have created the second branch, which is class number 2. So everybody are here with me, right? No issue with anyone till now. Anybody have any issue? Please raise your hand in 10 seconds.
How to publish Firdous? I created a new branch.
Okay. Okay. Since your main branch is a public, so rest of the branch also will be public. Okay. No issue.
No, not public. What I'm saying, how to publish? I created new branch from main branch. So how to publish? I'm asking.
Yeah, here you will get an option to publish. Here
Okay.
only.
Okay. In commit.
Yeah.
Commit and publish. You are saying?
Yes. Right.
Current. Okay. Got it.
Okay. So now what
Firdous
I
sir,
will do? Yeah.
yes, after creating the new branch, all my main branch contents are initially pushed to the
Yes.
GitHub.
Initially push to the main branch. Actually, this is a way to do any code. Okay. Anything you will do in Git or Bitbucket or any version control, you first have to create a new branch. Nobody have a privilege to work on a branch where the code is working well. Okay. As a software developer, we should not work on that branch. if we are using any versioning tool. Actually, that is the reason why we are using a versioning tool, right? We should not touch the code which is working well, which is working, which is in a workable stage. We have to create a new branch, then do our coding there, and then we have to merge and publish all those things. I will show everything. Okay. So nobody has a privilege to work on a branch which is working well. If you are working in a group, if you are working standalone, then no issue.
No, it is not showing any publish option. It is showing only commit and push option.
Yeah, do that thing.
It is asking for commit message.
Yeah, give your commit message.
Okay.
And check your branch. Okay, check your Git repository.
1 second.
Yes.
Firdaus, I have a problem with the a database cluster creation phase. Can I share my screen to?
Yeah,
now
yeah.
it is,
Please share your screen.
now it is asking the branch has no remote branch. Would you like to publish this branch? It is asking.
Yes, yes, yes. You have to do. Yes. Yeah, you can share your screen if you're.
Is it visible now? Is it visible now?
Yeah, it is visible. Yes.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is
Yeah.
visible.
So what should I see? Database access, I have done it, and I'm having some issues in this cluster phase.
Yeah, click on. Yeah, you have a
Yeah, it's
database user, right? And then network access. Yeah, create network access under security.
here. What I need to do?
No, not here, not here. Uh, I think you are not getting any.
Network access.
Yeah, go to network access.
It's loading, I believe. Yeah. It's showing in active state.
Okay, you have done all the step, right? Go to database.
No, database access
No, only
or
database on
database.
top. On top. Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I have created this plus in 2019 and have not used afterwards.
Click on create. On right side, click on create.
Here, what?
Firdous sir, what is cluster?
Click on serverless or shared. Click on shared. Oh, sorry, shared.
No problem. AWS cloud, right? Hello. Firdaus, am I audible?
Oh, sorry, I was talking in mute. Okay, yeah. Select anyone.
AWS.
Yeah, yeah, AWS, and then India,
Yeah.
or any region. Okay, ideally, yeah. Go down. Okay, just click on create cluster. create cluster button.
Yeah, I've chosen it. It might take time.
Okay. And somebody asks
project
like,
already-
what is cluster, right? So cluster are the nodes or are some kind of uh, portion of are the node which are hosted on a virtual machine. Okay.
It's showing this project already has another free cluster.
Okay. Okay. So go to your first page. Cancel
one,
this.
like,
Cancel this. Cancel this thing. Cancel everything.
okay.
Cancel.
Do I need to resume or what?
Cancel this. Cancel.
Yeah, I cancel it and I came to this database build.
Okay. Yeah. Click on resume. Rename cluster. Give anything. No. I think you have. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I have to like it's been like I have started this cluster in 2019. 2019 or
Okay.
21, I believe. 21, sorry, 21. Afterwards, like I have not
Okay.
used, so might have some issues.
Yeah. You haven't used it. So see if you have any option to delete it or not. I mean the three dot you
Okay,
you see on the right option. I think you have to delete your old cluster and then you have to resume it.
so I
On
need
three
to
dot,
terminate.
yeah, you have to delete it. First delete it and then create it again. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let me go forward. Right.
Yeah, you please.
Yes.
Let me stop my screen.
So till now, I think only Gustav have an issue, and I think he will resolve it because since he had created a cluster 4 years back, so now it's been freeze by the Atlas MongoDB Atlas stage.
Yeah, it has been resolved with those things.
Yes.
Sir,
Yes.
hello.
Yeah.
After creating a
Yes.
cluster, what we have to do?
You have to create a user, and then we have to give the network access, like from which IP this cluster can be accessible. So those two things we have to add.
Sir, not able
Can I
to.
can I share my screen? I'm
Hello?
not getting whether I am done correctly or
Sir,
not.
cluster is created.
Okay.
Cluster 1 as name
Okay.
cluster 1.
Okay. Cluster has been created. First, we have to create a cluster. Okay. So I have created a cluster. Then what will happen? It will, if you don't have any user, it will take you to this page. Okay, where you have to uh, give a username and password for the user, which will which will have an access to access this database. We have to create a user. Okay, add a user, and once you add any user, then we have to
Are you sharing your screen for those? We are not able to
yeah.
see your.
Okay. Okay. Let me reshare again. Sorry. Yeah. So once you created your cluster, right,
Hello?
you will land in a page similar to this. Okay. And then you have to give two things. You have to do two more steps. First step is if you haven't used MongoDB Atlas in future, then it will direct once your cluster is created, it will directly bring you to this page. If it does not bring you to this page, then what you have to do, you have to come to this database access page and then add a new user. Okay, give username and strong password, right? And and give role. I mean, since you will use it by yourself, so no need to give any specific role. Admin role would be fine, and then click on add user. Once you create a user, then you have to go to this option, network access, and then you have to let me tell you this thing. Then you have to add an IP for which you want he or she can access this database. Okay, for my case, I want my my current machine to use this database. So you have to click on this option, and if you want to make this database to be accessible to everyone, which we don't want to do, but for that case you can select this option. Okay.
Okay, that's it. Actually, I added my IP address as well as database also. User also is there in network access. This IP
Okay,
address also added. That is fine.
yeah, yeah. And now we have to get a connection string, like string through which we will connect through database. You have to click on connect, then select this driver option, and then we will have a different version. I would recommend you to use this 2.2.12. It's a stable one. Okay, and then we will simply copy this portion. In it, you can see there is a username and password in, attached to it. This username will be replaced with the with the database access user which you have created just now, and the password will be the password which you have given for that user. Okay.
Sir, one
So,
thing. Firdous sir.
Firdous, could you please combine last step, that one password, that one? Actually, we have to copy paste. We have to keep copy that one, or how it would be? We have to.
Yeah, we have to copy that one, and then in this username we have to give the username of the user, okay, which we have created, and the password of the user. Okay.
Okay, we have to
Let
copy
me.
to our local. That's what I was.
Yes, yes, yes.
Sir, Firdous sir.
Yeah. Yes, tell
I
me.
actually use the Gmail login to actually log into the MongoDB Atlas. Okay, so by
No
default,
issue.
so it will
No,
not have
no,
any
not
password.
that. Yeah, tell me, tell me.
Actually, it will not create any password. So actually, I have actually logged in with the logged in with Gmail. Okay, then actually, whenever actually I
Okay.
clicked it, it automatically take my Gmail ID and password, and it is logged in. I didn't need it to give any kinds of login ID and
Yeah, yeah,
password.
fine, 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 it's fine.
Then during the time of database connection, okay, will it
Mm.
create any issue?
No, no, no. During a time of database connection, the username which you have to do, which you have to add, is that username which you had used. I would say here. Okay, okay, which you have used here, not the login username and password.
Okay,
Understand?
means the username add new database user.
Yeah. For my case, username is Technophile Firdous. Right. For your case, it might be different.
Hmm.
Okay. For my
Hello, sir.
case, it's yes. Tell me.
Sir, when I click on connect button, then show me a model. I cannot understand
Yeah.
what is this.
Yeah. Click on driver.
Hello?
Yes. Click on driver. Are you sharing your screen? No, no. Yeah. Can you paste? Okay. Yeah. I think you have gone through the third step, right? Click on choose connection method. Okay. Connection string is showing like this. Okay. 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 I have told you, like, once you will.
Get function, you only just put a dash, just a bar. Okay, but whenever you use post put like this function, you actually added post put like this. Then why?
let,
So
let me
also
let
you
me
are
complete this.
getting benefit.
Yeah, let me complete this.
Dash
Let me complete this. Then I will take any other question. Okay.
to the can be get to the okay. Post delete post get function you only just put a dash.
See, let me complete this and then I will take some other question. Okay. No need to no need to worry. Let me complete this. Yeah, somebody asked me regarding a connection. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah. Thank you. Let me complete this. Then we will do. If everyone will discuss everything, then nothing will get complete. Okay. So we have to connect this. I think somebody had a issue with this, and then he or she have to select this driver. Okay. In choose a connection method, I told you simply connect this version 2.2.12, not the latest version. Okay, we will select this, and then here we will get our code. We don't have to go to the next step. Okay, next step. Fine. Then I will go to Mongoose. I will type. So Mongoose is an ODM which we will use for our application. What I did, I simply type npm mongoose. It take me to this page. Here you can see all the document, like how we can create a connection and everything. What I will do, I will just copy this thing, come to our Visual Code and install Mongoose. I already told you, like, this is a method, this is a way we will install any dependency, npm install and the dependency name. Okay, you can get these details, like how you can do that thing, to their respective uh, npm repositories. Okay, like here for installation they are saying you have to do this way.
What is Mongoose?
Yes.
Mongoose. What is Mongoose?
Yeah, Mongoose is an ODM. Okay, it's an object data model which help us to connect data, MongoDB database, or you can say it's a kind of library. Okay, for MongoDB database. Yeah. Yeah, so I think we have installed MongoDB. Okay, now we have this thing. What I did, simply I will simply copy it from one of my code. Okay,
npm
we
install
don't have
Mongoose.
npm install Mongoose. Okay, once you have done that thing, then you have to include Mongoose here. Okay, we have this connection string. This will be needed to connect.
Some external noise are present.
Yeah, hello. Yes. Yeah, I think I forgot my password. Okay. So this is my password, Technophile 123. One thing in your password, never use @ okay. In your password, never use @ right. So these two things I have done. I have installed Mongoose, then I have included Mongoose in our application.
Yeah, in my password, after symbol is there already. What can I do now?
No, don't use @ symbol. If anybody had done that thing, please remove it. Okay.
How to remove it? We have to remove in the MongoDB itself.
Mean you have to what to say? Mean change your
Delete the
password.
user, no? Delete the user
No,
and
no, no,
create the
no
user.
need, no need to delete the user.
Okay,
There is an
okay,
option
yeah.
here.
You
You
can edit.
just click on edit, and then you have to change your password. Okay, click
Okay.
edit password and then change your password. Don't don't use
Yes.
@ comma. Okay, those kind of symbols.
Yeah.
Sir, where
Now
we
what
need
I did,
to
I simply copy.
hello,
Yes.
sir, we where we need to copy this driver link, username and
It,
password link.
yes.
Where we
So
need to.
I had copied it here, right? And then what I did, I changed the username and password. Correct.
Okay, and then
So
we
this is our Mongo URL. Okay.
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 Sir, where you have got the code?
Uh, Let me share that also. In between, if everybody will tell, then there will be some issue. Okay. Let me simply close one thing, and then I will give everybody a time, like how I have done that. Okay. Let me run, and if it's successful, then I will tell you what happened. Yeah, you can see it's telling it's collected, right? Now let me explain everything. We have configured our MongoDB Atlas, right? We have created our cluster, we have created a user and given a network access to one user. Now remember this username and password which you have used while creating in cluster. The next step 2, which you will do is to come here, come to your cluster, click on create connect. Okay, when you click on connect, a different option will appear. Click on this driver. Once you click here, again a different version option will appear. By default, some other version might be selected. Choose 2.2.12. Okay, select this, and you will get this code. Okay, just simply copy this code and close it. Done. We are done with our cluster creation and everything. Now come to your code, paste your URL. URL which you have got from MongoDB Atlas. Okay. Here you will see two options are there. Like here you will see there was still username and password option were there. So replace it with your username and password. Keep it in mind, like your username should not contain any username, any @ symbol, any dash, any dot symbol. Those things we should not have. Okay. Uh, put it in one variable. Like for my case, it's Mongo URL. Okay, we have this, and then go to Google and search for Mongoose, Mongoose, Mongoose npm. It will take you to this page. Okay, click here. It will take you to the documentation page of Mongoose. Okay, go down, go down, go down. There is an installation method, installation command. Go there, copy it, come here, come to your terminal, and then press paste it and press enter. Once it install everything, okay, then what you have to do, again go to document, copy this portion, paste in your computer here, right, in your code here. The next step, again copy this portion, okay, come to your code and paste it here. Okay, okay, and replace your URL. I mean, here you can see some localhost URL are there. I mean, it mean through your local machine you can use it. So replace this URL with the MongoDB URL which you got from MongoDB Atlas. Fine, that's it. If you run your server, if you run your Node.js server, if you rerun your Node.js server, what will happen? We will get a successful message. Okay, npm, sorry.
Use Express and use Mongoose, both are required.
What? Yeah, express will always be required if you are creating any HTTP protocol. If you are, I mean allowing your Node.js to listen any port. Okay, for that express is been required. So now I can see my MongoDB got connected. Okay, successfully. Now what will happen? What would happen if there were any error? Okay, and let's create the error situation also. Okay, okay, there might be some error, right? Uh, like if you would have been using this code, my username and password, then what will happen if you start to use my username and password? I think since I given my cluster IP only, okay, let me delete everything. If somebody else from somebody else IP address which are not mentioned in your MongoDB cluster try to use this connection, use this database, then cloud come with a security, right? And if somebody try to do that thing, then he will not able to connect the database. See, it's waiting. It will wait for 1 minute, and then it will throw the timeout error. I would say 30 seconds at least. And then it will throw the timeout error. right? You can see it throws a timeout error. What it says, could not connect to any server in your MongoDB Atlas cluster. One common reason, we are trying to access the database from the IP address that is not whitelisted. Okay. So if you get this option, it's mean you haven't added your IP address into your cluster security, or somebody else is trying to access your database.
Could not understand, sir. Can you tell me again?
Okay, what I did, I remove all the whitelist or IP access list IPs which I have created earlier on. Okay, I deleted everything. You can see in my network access there is no IP address, right?
Okay.
Or there might be a situation like you might be using this string, my string. You are trying to use my string, right? Then what will happen? Actually, cloud come with a security. These are the security things which cloud give us. Earlier on, when we were coding in a dedicated server, then these kind of settings we have to include in our server. But since we are, I mean, Atlas is a cloud-based service, and so they give us this security, like we can mention the network through which it can only access my services. Okay, like this cluster can only be connected to database from the IP address, which I will mention here. Since I have removed all the IPs, it means no from no machine we can able to connect this database, right? So when I try to connect this database, I get this error. Okay, and if I add my IP here, if I add my current IP here, let it be completed. Actually, that's why I told you to create it first, because if you haven't added this, then you could not able to connect the database. Then what will happen? Now what will happen if I again try to connect? Now it will easily get connected. The question, I mean, the main uh, motto was to show you like these securities work. Okay, and I mean these things restrict others to use your services. Okay, since you have given the IP address which can access these database connections. Okay, so I think we are done with database connection, but it will not remain like this. Okay, it will get changed. Let me push and show you one more thing. Okay,
Hello, sir.
yeah, hello.
How you solve that error problem? First, you go to the network access and clear all things, and then
Yeah, what I did, I deleted everything, or I can change, I can edit this to some other IP. Okay, it's mean this might be an IP. Okay, which can access this service, correct?
okay, yeah,
1010108, and my IP is different, right?
yeah.
My IP would be something else, and now if I try to connect it, what it will happen? Actually, cloud come with security also. Okay, and by default we don't have to worry that much, because they give us the way where we can add the security. Now here I told to use this IP only to connect with the database which we have created in this cluster, right? So this cluster
Okay,
can be accessible from this IP only, 108, and that is not my IP. So when I try to connect here, so MongoDB try to connect it for 30 seconds. If it does not able to connect it, throw this error. Okay.
which
Similarly, if you
IP
don't give a
you
proper
have
username and password,
you have
some
changed
random IP. Okay.
IP
Yeah, I
address
have
now.
changed. Yeah,
Then
please.
that IP address someone is using, then it will give error,
No, sir.
replica error.
yeah. If somebody
Okay.
else IP, if somebody try to connect from the machine whose
Yeah.
IP address is not this, okay, then it will give error for him.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Got it. Yeah.
yeah. Now I
But
will tell you.
yes, sir,
Yeah, yeah. Tell me.
it was like in here, 1 minute. In here, Mongoose Connect MongoDB slash 127 0.1.127 test. Okay. Oh no, it is 1 minute. Connect. Okay, connection string is actually the our whatever the we have set for the we have the connection string we get from the driver. Okay. So
Yes, yes,
suppose
yes, yes, yes.
suppose they know my IP address. Okay, and they are trying to, and my IP address is in the MongoDB. So if they want to connect from their system, then MongoDB will allow to connect the system. Hello.
Unmute myself. No, 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 no.
No, actually, first you remove the IP, and then
See, I have shown you one condition, like if any user, um, this IP address is for me only, right? It cannot be yours IP address, right? And
okay,
if anybody try to connect it, so Mongoose first check this thing, like whether um, the network or the IP through which you are going to you are trying to connect is the same one which we have added in this group or not. Okay, in this network access group or not. If it is present, then only it will allow you to connect. If it's not there, then it will throw this error. Okay, understandable?
okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Can you
nothing.
give me the catch code, sir, in here? Can you copy and paste the catch code?
I think you all can get it. Okay, through GitHub link. Adding. Let me paste it here also. Okay, and then I will take a 5 minute break, and I'm pasting here. Just paste in your respective computer. Okay, machine. Yeah, hi everyone. So let's resume. Okay. So I hope you all have done this thing and check whether you could able to connect your code with the database or not. I think. Did anybody had
Yes.
any problem? I will give you just 10 seconds. Whether he or she may tell.
Thanks. I'm
All
able
able
to
to connect
connect.
with the database. Yeah. So
Yes,
did
I.
anybody did not able to successfully connected with the database? He or she can raise her hand. I think everybody able to connect the database, right? Okay. Thank you, everyone. So now I will teach you. Uh, if you are working in a group, okay, in a group of more than one people or even a 10 people, then how the code collaboration happen? Okay, how this code get merged with the main code. Suppose right now we are working on second code, right? Which code is this? If I open my GitHub repository where I'm working right now, and when I publish this thing, when I push sync this thing, now while creating creating this class number two branch, what I did, I I used the main branch as the master branch, as the main branch, and from there I have created this branch. Okay, and when I created this branch, you might have seen all the code which were there in our master branch or in our main branch. It comes into our class number two branch. Correct. Now, when I sync my change, when I push my code to GitHub or Bitbucket or any other, I mean, uh, this kind of thing, then we have to merge it again into our main branch. Okay. So how we will do a merging from, I would say, feature branch into the main branch where our code should be, and from where uh, our code should run on different environment. Okay, just wait for a few more seconds. No problem. Okay, fine. So once I open my repository, see a message pop up, right? That class number two has ration push less than 1 minute. So do you want to create a pull request, or do you want to merge it? Actually, this thing happened like we are working. This is our main branch where our main code should be. And if you given at any task, okay, like for this, for our case, our task was to connect a MongoDB database. So we have done that thing. Now we have to merge our code back to the code which is running on a server. So for our case, we are thinking main is the branch where we will have all the merge code, okay, from the feature branch. So so now we have to create a pull request and merge our code into our main branch. So we have to click here. Okay, and then we can give a comment. By default it will take the comment which I have provided, and then create a pull request. Okay, so from our end, suppose there is a developer, there is a manager who used to handle this thing, so we can give access to them. So from our end, what we have done, we have worked on the feature branch, we have completed our work, then we have pushed our code, and then request for merging. Okay, so since this repository is only owned by me, so I have all the access. But in real world, uh, now this second part, I mean, like the merging the pull request access, could be with manager, could be with team leads, or could be with any seniors guy. Okay, if you are lone guy, then it would be with you. So he or she will check your code, like what are the thing that has happened, whether any conflict happen or not. Then he will merge your pull request, okay, and confirm your merge. Then what will happen, automatically merging will happen from your feature branch to your main branch. So I can see it has been merged. Now when I go to code, okay, and right now I am in a main branch, and if I open my server.js, you can see this code comes here, right? And this code I haven't written in this branch, I returned in the second branch, right? But since I have merged the code, so what happened, GitHub read all the differences from this branch, and then merge all the code into this branch. And there is one thumb rule: you should never ever work in your main branch. Your main branch should be as it is. You will work on the feature branch, and then you will merge your code into your main branch. Okay, anybody have any question for this?
In branch, there should not be reflect anything, no?
Sorry, can you repeat again?
In main branch, there should not be reflect anything of as of now we have done code.
No. See, I am in a main branch, and whatever code I have done in class number 2 branch, it comes here, right?
Okay. After merging,
Yes.
this will happen. Yeah.
Yeah, after merging, this will come. And we should not do any change in main branch. Okay, whatever thing we will do, we will create a feature branch, and then we will create a pull request. Okay, we will create a pull request, and through pull request
Okay.
we will merge our code into the main branch. In that way, uh, our main branch is always in a good way. I mean, unless we complete everything, unless we test everything locally in our feature branch, we should never merge it with the main branch. Okay.
Okay.
Anybody have any other question? No.
Firdous sir,
Yes.
like in our organization, like there is a develop branch. Okay, and
Okay.
so
Yeah.
we create our own branch and we actually could work on that particular unique branch. Okay, and there we actually push our changes, and after pushing the changes, we actually, if the code review and the all of the stuffs, the code approver, peer approver is done, then we actually merging
Yes.
our branch to the main to the develop branch. Okay, or the empty
Yes.
branch, whatever the centralized branch over there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean that whenever I am a single user in the GitHub at present. So
Yes.
if the multiple user with the same GitHub account, is it possible?
Yeah. Yeah. Mean we can work with hundreds of user. Okay.
Okay.
I have worked with 20-30 user on the same GitHub branch, but the rule is very simple. Whenever you will start coding, just press this thing first, or pull synchronize your code first, and do any changes. And once you done your changes, push your code. Okay, this is the right hand thumb rule. When before doing anything, pull your code. Okay, create a new branch, and then you merge your code. I mean, you will not have any problem. But if you don't pull a code and people's work on the same page, then you might have a merge conflict that you can clear. Okay, that you can sit together, talk together, and then clear it out. Okay.
Firdous, I want to highlight something. See, in your GitHub account, here is the node modules, right? So,
Right.
is it
Yeah, we can restrict node module going into the uh, GitHub
Git
account,
ignore?
that is by git ignore file. Okay, so how can we do that?
Can I share something?
Yeah, share it, it would be better.
So first we need to remove that node module folder. Using this command.
Okay, we have to create one .git ignore file, and then
Yeah, we need to create.
we have to paste one command. Okay.
Yeah, first we need to create a .git ignore file over there, and where we have to write slash node modules.
Yes, yes.
Sir, can we have two server.js files so that we can distinguish our changes in an application?
Two server.js file.
Mean server.js and one server.js and server1.js like that. Okay, so that the basic things that you taught yesterday we separated from the whatever actually you did in.
That's why I am creating a different branch, right?
Yeah, we need to write
Okay.
slash node modules things in the git ignore file, the last one, so that it will disable the node modules folder.
Yes. So actually, at upfront we have to provide this. So what will happen? This node module file is very big. Okay, and then for other person also to download it would take some time. So what we do, we add a git ignore file that will ignore this folders. Okay, to push it into repository, right?
So now the node modules folders has been disabled, right? This is grayed out.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it will not share the node module folder with the GitHub. Okay. 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 A last thing, I will show you like a CRUD functionality using the uh, connection which we have created. Okay, a small CRUD functionality. Let me see if I have any ready-made code with me. I don't know why my machine becomes very slow right now.
Firdous sir,
Yes.
uh, uh, this git ignore one
Yeah,
command is
see,
not
see,
working.
you can skip this portion also, but this is a way, through which we don't push our git ignore file into GitHub. Okay. So you can skip this also. I mean, no need to worry much. Okay. Okay. I'm just trying to copy one code where I will do a cut functionality. Since let's see, do I have any code with me or not? So, this current swap node module, why did you use this command? Yeah, tell me again.
Git rm dash r dash cache node modules. So why we need this comment?
This command is needed to uh, remove your git node module folders. Okay.
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 Yeah, Firdous, here we have to remove node modules folder, then we have to commit that after removing that one, then
Yeah, you need
yeah,
to
we had to add a git ignore file, then we have to do again npm install like that, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Mean for now, you all can skip that portion. We no need to no need to think that much. Okay. So what I am doing, I am just copying some code from here. It's almost similar. Okay. I think it's same thing. Just
pardon.
yeah. Tell me.
No,
I think all this structure will get changed. Okay. Uh, when on next day, all this thing will totally get changed. Okay. What I did, I just to make this thing fast, I just copy one ready-made code. Okay. So here, what I did, I connected the database in the same way, right? And then I took the connection into this variable. Okay. And if there are any error with the connection, I'm logging it like error. Okay, this is the error. And if it is or if connection is open, if everything works well, I am just printing this message, connection successfully. It's the same way. And here also I was doing the same, right? And then why we use MongoDB? We use MongoDB due to schema concept. Okay, schema means database definition. We can provide our table definitions in Mongoose. Okay, if we directly use the MongoDB, then I don't think it's work as seamless as Mongoose does. So that's why I have preferred Mongoose for our database models. Okay. So for that, we will have one folder called model, where our table or database definitions mean we will provide there. Okay. So first schema which we will use is a user schema. Okay. Uh, this will contain the database details or the tables or collection details of a user. Since we are late today, but I have to complete this thing, so I'm just copying it from my other repository so that it will be faster. Okay, and then I will explain you everything. Okay, let me see if everything works well or not. Then we will. I will give you the explanation that what I have done. Yeah. So everything works perfectly. Okay. So if you go to Mongoose website, if you go to Mongoose homepage or documentation, sorry. Okay. So sorry. I went to NPM. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, once you collect a database, then if we want to uh, add anything in our tables or in our connection, then we have to create a schema. Schema, I mean, it will provide you a definition like how your uh, table look like, whether it has anything default features or not, whether it has any validation to, kind of things or not. So everything we can define through schema. Okay, and how do we write it? We first have to include Mongoose in our page in our models file where we need to uh, write the schema definition, and then this thing. Okay, I would say schema constructor, like use a schema equal to new mongoose dot schema, and inside that function, I would say inside that we have to pass our definitions. Okay, so or I would say our tables design, like how this schema look like and whether we require anything or not. Okay, this is the name of your collection, or I would say the column name of your tables. If I compare it to the tables. Okay, so this is our this is our collection object name. If we compare with the tabular format, then this is our column name. So we have two column name in our user schema. One is name and other one is age. Okay, so only two column name I have created, and then uh, we have make it in a model and then export it so that I can use this schema from other place. So just like the way I told you, like whenever we have to include anything, we have to use require in Node.js, and then in order to make this page visible, this page or this function uh, to be accessible from outside. Okay, it's not that we will include this thing we will have, we can access every function or every variable in it. In JavaScript, if we want to make it accessible from outside, from other page other than this, then we have to export this page. Okay, then we have to export this page. So this line what it do, it will make this user, okay, this user variables accessible from the page where, we from where we are including this page. Okay, I will explain that how it is happened. So first thing, I have created one schema, I have created one design, like how my collection look like. My collection have two field, name and age. Name will be string and age will be a number. Name is a required field. If I don't give this JSON, it will throw the error. And age, if I don't give any numbers, then by default it will take 0. When this is a very small model, we will make a bigger one later on. Okay, and then what we have done, we have created a model. I would say I created a collection or a tables. Okay, inside our collection, like this schema. Through this schema, we are creating a model. Okay, and if you see inside your database, you will see a, with an s, it will append s with it into your MongoDB cluster. If you see there, then it will make a collection whose name would be users. Okay, and at last what I have done, I want to use this model from other pages also, with other than this user schema pages. So in order to make it a kind of a global, or a kind of a uh, I mean accessible from the page which import it, which required it. So I had export this variables. Okay, so out of everything, this user is only accessible to the page which import this page. Okay, I may have some other things also.
Sir, the model folder is not visible. So how actually need to create any installation?
No, I have created it. Okay, what I did, I just in my root folder, I just created a new folder. Okay, and name it as
Okay.
model. Okay, and inside model, I have created another folder called user schema and paste this code there. Okay, fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think you understand everything, right? So do you have
Yes.
any question? Anybody have any question in this page? Anybody have any question? No, right?
Yes. The why you are using let constant on user kkk like this.
Yeah, to explain you one or two things. See, what I told, like if I require this page, okay, this user schema page, what happened? Okay, this user schema page, okay, to the other pages, okay, to the other places. What will happen? Uh, we have three variables we have declared. Okay, but out of these three variables, let okay, there are three variables, mi, user1, user. I have exported this user only, so this user, with only this user can be accessible from from the uh, from the pages which is outside user schema.js. Okay, or from the pages which import this user.js. This two variable will remain private to this page only. Okay,
So what is the need of these variables and outside
no
pages?
need, no need, just to explain you. Okay, and why we have done this thing, because we can declare a schema anywhere. Then from the page where we will do a database operations, we will include this schema into that page, and then we will do the operations. Okay, so we are done with this. I think I can share you the MongoDB link, Mongoose link. Okay, let me below as a Mongoose documentation. Yeah, yes. Okay. Okay, this is the documentation of Mongoose. I will request everyone to just uh, read it. Okay, read it and see. Okay, so see, directly also we can simply create it. We can simply do it, but this is not a uh, good way to have, because if you have a big project, then this way would not be sufficient. So what we do, we create a schema. First we create our design, database design, and then we make it models. Okay, like here what we have done, we create the database design, like our user database would be like this. This is only for demo. I mean, we will have a more bigger users table. Okay, but for just for today, this is our database design. And what we done, we have created a model out of it. Out of this design we have created a model, and then from other pages only, if we want to use it, we have export this model, so that from some other page, like from server.js, I can include this page, and I can simply use this thing. Okay, so now here you can see. Okay, what you can see is I have created one post route. I think everybody knows how to create a post route. What I did, I simply imported, I simply require this schema. Okay, this user schema. Dot is, I mean, if I require and give a dot, then it will come to your base location. Let me show you. Okay, give a dot. Let it become here. Okay, then model, and then if option don't come, give control and a space. Okay, the option will appear. So what I did, I require this thing. So this user model, actually it's a kind of a database model. Okay, database, you can I mean through this variable we can access our table, right? Which table? The collection design which we have uh, mentioned here, and this is the collection name. Okay, which we have created in using this model. So if I require this model, mean through this variable we can able to uh, do the DB operations. Okay, so you can see, mean first we have to define our schema. We have done that. Then we have to create the model. I think we have done that. Okay, and then we can use the different, I would say, methods. Okay, the different method, like save, update, delete methods, to save, delete, update, and find, and everything. Right. So first, what I have done, I have created one route. Okay, and here in between, what I did, I use the async method. Okay, async method. Why I use an async method? Okay, yesterday we had a discussion, right? Like synchronous and asynchronous coding, correct? So since JavaScript does not wait for anything. Okay, if you want to if you want to make it wait, if you want to uh, make JavaScript to wait something, there are three popular way we can use it. Okay, to make it a synchronized process. Mean your line number 10 will execute, mean 40 will execute first, then 41, 43, 44. In this way, the execution will goes on. Okay, so in order to make it that, there are two, three, I would say, important methods. Okay, which we can use. One is async await, promise. Okay, callback. I will explain you everything one by one. Okay, so in this call, if you compare it from our previous APIs, from our previous route, what difference I did? I add a sync in between your requests, right? What does it says? It says every you go in a async way. Mean you have to wait on a place where I will tell you to wait. Okay. Ideally, if there are any JavaScript operation, mean line number 47, ideally what happen generally, mean if we did not tell JavaScript to wait here, it may give response early. Okay, it may give response without saving it, because to save it may take 1 millisecond to any other time. Okay, to any other time. So JavaScript does not wait for this much of time. What would happen? It would be there in there for some millisecond, and without getting it response, without saving it, it may call this response dot send method, this line number 48. So in order to stop this thing, mean we can use one of these three methods. There may be some more methods, but these are the global acceptable method. In any Node.js code, you will easily find any one of these three way. Okay, in a place where we want to stop Node.js to going forward until completing this process. It's mean I am telling Node.js to don't go beyond 45 line number unless you save it data into database and get it response. Anybody have anything for this?
Like during the time you are saving the data, request.body.name, request.body.it. So where you are passing the value,
Yeah, that this
what
thing
will
I
it
haven't
be?
explained. No, this thing I haven't explained. I'm just talking about this async and await thing, right? Did you understood like why I have used async there and await here, and what does this
Yeah,
two line mean?
yeah. Because we are sending respond as the user information we are sending as response. By that time, it should be available in database. So until it is saved, we are waiting there
Yeah,
until.
yeah, correct. So if we did not give this and this, what will happen? What will happen? We are not telling JavaScript to wait until we save this thing. Okay, since in our application we might need this data after saving, we might need this ID to do some other thing, like a user post anything. So post ID we need to save in a user so that we can join those thing and say that hey, this user have post this much of thing, right? So this kind of situation arise like where we have to do a multiple save or multiple steps. Okay, and once the one step get completed, then only the next step should execute. For those kind of thing, we have to use any one of these modules which stop Node.js default behaviors. Okay, Node.js never wait. No, generally people say it's fast, because it does not wait for other thing, okay, to get complete. It simply move on, okay. So in reality it takes the same time as the other thing do, but due to it inbuilt behavior, it does not wait for this and it give a response back to the user. So the user think it's fast, but ideally it will take some time to save this also, okay. That goes on background. But there might be some situation like we need this thing. Without this thing, our code, our logics would be totally mean wrong, right? Like I told, like if I save a blog, then blog id should be saved in the user tables also. If that id is we do not get and we do not we save it in a as a blank in user table, then it would be a useless thing, right? So to make those things, to get those things, or to tell Node.js to stop there, bhai, stop here. Unless you complete this thing, you don't go to your next step. Please change your default behavior. We use any one of these three methods, and the same thing I had used here. I had told, hey Node.js, don't go further unless you save this thing into database, okay. And if there was a condition like there are 2 3 saves which do not where we do not uh, need to worry about those things, then we can run this thing in parallel, okay, and others way. So it's totally situation based thing, right? And the next step what I did, I am since I am making a post call, okay. So in order to read a post call, the data comes in a body, okay. I will send data in a body, and I will send with two parameters. One would be name and other would be age. So the way Node.js read a data in a post call is whatever name you give here, I give request response. So request dot body dot the name which I will give. First, let me create the parameter. So in which code I am running? 8001. So this is a 8001 port. Okay, I am simply, and then I will go to body, click on raw.
Do add data, add user like this names actually create any differentiate? Like if I am not using the add data or just
Yeah,
slash.
yeah, yeah, you can use slash also here. With whatever thing you use, you mention here. Sorry, you mention here that that is your route. Okay, if you don't give anything, that also work. Okay, no, nothing to nothing specific in it, but it should be unique. Okay. Right, so I have created a body that is a raw JSON, and then in header I have to pass one thing like content type. Type will be application JSON. Okay, so what will happen when whatever data I am passing from here, that is name and age, okay, it will get read from here. So in order to read it, we use this way. So in order to read any post call, we use this thing. Like whatever name we have given here, that is request. Since we are passing it through body, you can see we are passing it through body. So it will be body, and these two are the name. Okay, name and age is the JSON name which we are passing. Okay, my age is A capital. Let me change it to A small. Okay, the name should be same. Now what we can do? There are two ways. Either we if this JSON is same, okay, same to what we want to say, we can simply do this thing, or we can pass this JSON into our model. Okay, what is this user model? This user model define our actual model of the user collection. Okay, which we have defined in this page, in this user schema, right? So the table have two fields, name and age, and I think we are passing those two field inside this JSON, right? This name has the value which we are passing it through our request with the name, and age is again we are passing it through the request body, name as age. Okay, and to save this thing, to save in a tables, we use this model name dot save. Okay, this will save your details into the MongoDB tables. Okay.
So as like you have saved this, okay.
Hmm.
So somewhere in the MongoDB, in the particular table is basically exist user table. So can we check the data whether it is inserted or not?
Yeah, everybody can check this thing. Okay, inside users table. Okay, and here what we are doing, we are sending user JSON as response. Okay, to find. And what I did, if there are any error, if there are any error in connection or tables or anything, then we are just uh, changing the status to 500 and sending the error back. So these are the way, I would say, where we can send response back to the client. Okay, using Express, and this coding, I would say, this and these are the Mongoose, I would say, functions. Okay, which we will use to save the tables, the data inside the tables.
Firdous, I have a doubt.
Yeah,
Without it, we are using schema here for a model.
yeah.
Without using schema, also can we insert data into MongoDB?
Yes,
Uh,
yes. Actually,
because I
with
saw in some of the tutorials they have given like that without
yeah, yeah, we can do that. I mean, that's what I told you, na? I mean, in this document also, if you go upfront,
Mhm.
they without schema also they are inserting. Okay, uh,
Okay.
but defining a schema, I would say it's a standard or better way. Okay, if you
That is
don't know,
industry standard, right? Using schema.
yeah, that is the industry standard, because actually they see Mongoose has one uh, good feature, like we can add anything, right? We can add anything inside our collection, or a collection is a dynamic one. Okay, but dynamicity in a sense, if we make everything dynamic, then also code might not work, right? Making an array dynamic, that's the other thing. But if you don't know anything, like this thing could not be happen. So, and if you don't I mean, define any schema with it, so what happens, you says capital AGE, your developer save is small hand ABC, and third developer save capital hand AGE. Okay, so for same age there can be a three different key: all caps, all small, first cap, and all small, right? So in order to overcome those things, I always tell to use schemas only. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still we didn't create a table as part of MongoDB. So now we are not able to store, right? Even if you run the application. Once we create a DB in a MongoDB or the table in MongoDB, then only we can able to create run this application, right?
I think by default it will create one table for us. Okay. If you simply uh, run this thing, if you simply run this thing, okay, yeah, run this thing, you will find a new users table had been created into your uh, Mongoose Atlas. Okay.
Is it because we are defining schema or
Yeah. We are defining schema.
because of that one only it is going to create in MongoDB by default?
Yeah, by default it will create this thing.
Okay.
So let me log in there and see what happens. Oh, we are very late. Sorry for this. Okay. So if I hit it and let's see what happened. Uh, what happened? Could not get a response. Post. Let me see what happened.
First we can check whether this is our able to create in MongoDB or not.
Yeah. This name could not get name here. What happened? Why? Okay. Yeah. So once we hit this thing, we'll get an error. Okay. Why we get an error? Because Node.js did not able to understand like with the request which we are sending, what it is. Okay. Generally by default it will think all requests are coming in a uh, string format. So we have to add one middleware. Let me add that. To tell Node.js like this request is coming as a uh, this request is coming as a JSON format. So I mean, in order to make it understand, we have to add a body parser middleware. Okay. Just 1 minute. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We need to add this middleware which will tell like the requests which are coming. Okay. I mean if, that should be a JSON one. Okay. And then when I restart it, from next day I will use node more. So okay, what happened? Body parser. I need to install body parser also. We need to install body parser also. npm install.
So functionality of the middleware in here.
Yes, see we are passing JSON here, right? we are passing JSON here. Node.js by default think everything as a string. Okay, to make it understandable, like we are passing a JSON to body, so that therefore we are using this. Here we are saying the data we are passing here is a JSON one. So with string, it can also understand a JSON body. Okay, if we pass a JSON
Similar
in
for
our
the
report.
integer also.
But for integer and string they understand. Okay, but for JSON they have some issue. So for that we need this middleware. So I told you, like a middle, I mean, this is one of the middleware which convert JSON, mean string to JSON. If it says JSON, then it will convert a string to JSON. Okay. If I log here, if I log a body here without that middleware, then you will see instead of JSON it was a string. Okay. Therefore I could not able to parse it further. When I try to parse it further, it give this error, right? Cannot read property of
Yes.
undefined. When I try to read name from this body, since uh, by default it I mean Node.js send uh, data as a string, or I mean read data as a string or number. Okay, not the JSON. So in order to read a JSON data, we need this middleware. Okay.
Okay.
So once we done that thing, and then if we run our application successful, let's wait for connection to get established. Yeah, connected successfully. And if I hit it here, see, I what I send name and age, and now I get something more, right? ID also. It's been it got saved into database, and if I open my database,
After finishing this class, can you paste all the stuff in here, or I need to?
yeah, I will have everything in my GitHub account. Okay, so you can choose it from here. So if you want to check your collection, you have to go to browse collection. Okay,
No, I mean
and
to say
here
the same scenario for actually creating the same scenario and practice it, so that your code is required. So that's why I'm asking.
yeah, okay. See this thing I it got saved in database. Okay, so you can see I have used same collection, right? Data is also in a dynamic way, right? So based on our schema, we can have dynamic data that can be saved in same collections.
Yeah,
That
Firdous,
is the yeah.
this users collection is already available in your database, or
I think
how?
this test was this test collection will by default get created. So once you hit your API, it will automatically get created. Okay,
Okay.
no need to create any collection. No need to create any collection like our traditional, I would say, database. Okay, no need to create any collection. This schema by default will create a collections for you. Okay. If I create another user, uh, okay, I send it there. What happened? Index value, key pattern, email one. Why? What happened? Okay, okay, sorry. No, everything is fine. Now what happened? 5,000. Why 5,000? Okay, let me drop this thing. Okay, okay. Users drop. Let me start. See, I don't have any user table right now, and if I hit it, it automatically create everything for us. If I refresh my table, it automatically create a table for us. Okay, and these are the data which which has been saved here. Let me give only name as Firdous. So so you can see we have two data here. Fine. Now if I want to get data, then we have to create another route. Now you know how can we do that thing. We will simply uh, create a new route, right? I can use a get method, and then I can use this route. Okay, this is our model. I will prepare a model, and then we will use let's see what is the methods for this. Okay, to fetch. I think this will be our last find, right? Find.
Yeah. Find
Okay.
to get one was single user and find all to get all users again.
Yeah, and there are different way to do that thing. Let me show you. Like Node.js. Okay, I think yeah, Mongoose also provide you the different way to find your database. Okay, mean data from database like async, await, fallback, and promise. So what I will do, I will simply copy one uh, yeah, from here also. Okay, let me. Okay, let dot execute dot that direct. Yeah, yeah. This is obvious way. I have what happened. Just 1 minute, okay. Okay, this is user controller. Okay. Yeah, sorry, that's what I was thinking. Something wrong was there. Okay, so to find anything, we will use this model dot find, and and here we will write a condition. Okay, condition also will be in a JSON format. Okay, it will compare the JSON, and then it will see that like what is the outcome, and in this way it will work. Okay, and here Okay, and in this list we will get the list of the user. So if you see this thing, this way, this is a way. Again, I am telling Node.js to stop. Okay, to stop until we complete this find. Okay, then only you go to this code, right? So this way is called a promise. So I am taking a promise from Node.js to don't execute further unless we complete data find from database. If it get the data, then come here. If it find an error, then catch it and come here. Okay, and if I simply use this find thing, which has been mentioned here, then what happened? Sometime we will get a response from table, and sometime we may not. Okay, it might be a blank one. So these are the different way we should use it. So I have created another route, that is a user's route, and it's a get method. And once I rerun this thing and hit this user's route, okay, could not get why. Let me see. Okay, 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 okay. This is response. I think this is the last thing. Okay, and I would request you all to to do the other two operation, that is retrieve, delete, and update. Okay, you can see these two things we are able to successfully fetch to data. Okay, so do you have any questions now? Does anybody have any question now?
No, Firdous.
No. Okay. Okay. So today we are able to connect our database, and we can able to add a user and then get a user. Okay. So I would request you to do two more operation. One is to fetch a
Update the
particular
user.
user. Yeah. For next week, for Saturday
Update
call,
and delete the user.
update. Okay. And three, delete.
If
So,
possible, can you give in your code base link so that I can
yeah.
I can again create the scenarios, and later I will create the update and delete.
Share your GitHub link, GitHub
Yes,
ID.
yes, yes, yes.
Sir, as I have seen, it is very much similar to that we actually do it in Ajax.
Yeah, right now it's very much similar. Okay, yes.
In Ajax call, actually we do it like that.
Yeah, you can say it's very much similar, but I would say not the same. Yeah. If you learn any one programming, the other programming also will will be almost similar to each other. Okay, so that's why we should be a master in any one of the programming language, and rest of the programming language you will easily able to grab all those things. Okay, So I have created fetch and fetch all, save and fetch all for you. And if you need any help, like uh, anything, then I have created one Hindi video tutorial in this, like where I have done the update delete also. So I will share the link of that video here also. With the help of that, you can able to do that thing. Okay, so that on next Saturday, everybody should have their cut functionality in their machine, and then we will remove everything from here. Okay, and make a code base first, like how industry standard code are written. So we will first change everything into into a better code structure, and then we will continue from there. Okay. Yeah. So that's all for today. So thank you for joining, and let's meet on Saturday again. Okay.
Thank you for this.
Thank you.